Hello, I'm Sam from Jessup Says. The focus of my channel is to share and educate on how to buy less, buy better. A philosophy that I've adopted in recent years that helps me to be selective in what I buy. The things that I buy are typically crafted thoughtfully by artisans who love what they create. These things often take a higher initial investment, but if chosen correctly, can be repaired and maintained forever. Hence, buy less, buy better. Welcome to 2022. Nice ring to that. And to those of you watching from the future, welcome to the past. I want to start off this video by thanking everyone who has watched to date for your support. It is quite an exciting and sort of interesting journey to build a YouTube channel, so I really do appreciate everyone for watching, and I look forward to where we're going to take this. So it's going to be an exciting year. I also wanted to take a moment to ask for your input on my content and the future of my channel. I believe that menswear and fashion in general is a shared experience, and I'm always curious what people are interested in and what other people are researching, what other people are interested in buying, what they're seeing as the new trends, what they're interested in looking into. Is there something that you've seen me wear on Instagram, for example, but I haven't talked about yet? Let me know. Something that you're researching but can't find enough information on and you want me to have a look? Let me know. A question that you've always wanted to know the answer to, but you never have found the answer? Let me know. I can't promise that I'll have the answer, but I'm happy to look into it and try and help where I can. I want my channel to always be collaborative. This isn't just about me and my opinions, it's about helping everyone to learn and understand and make better choices collectively for the future. Now on to today's topic, an Oxford cotton button-down. It is one of the most simple and useful items in any wardrobe. Be you a male or a female wanting to wear a shirt casually or to an event, the OCBD is your friend. It's also a shirt with a fantastic lineage, prestige, and a lot of love across the fashion industry and menswear industry. This week we discussed my first OCBD, and maybe the first OCBD for many of us out there, the UNIQLO Slim Fit OCBD. First up, a bit of an overview that I found from the UNIQLO website. There's not really much here, but we'll see where it takes. The description of the fabric is it's 100% high quality cotton that has a sturdy texture and moderate firmness. It's said to provide a slender silhouette. My size is a small, but I would probably choose a larger size where I had to purchase another one today. The slim fit, maybe not my style anymore. With the placket down the front, as they say, is thinner than usual to reduce bulk in the front of the shirt. All the seams are double stitched, which is done to create a casual look with puckering at the seams. UNIQLO say that the front and back of the body are different and the design allows for easy movement, which I suppose it does. And finally, the shirt retails for $39.90. which is a bargain. As you can see, not a ton of information on the UNIQLO website, though it's a fairly simple garment in truth. And that sort of might be the too long didn't read of this particular Oxford. At a glance, it's an OCBD, but it misses some of the things that make an OCBD such an iconic shirt. So let's get into a bit of the detail and also discuss how it's lasted over the 4 or 5 years of really good wear. I want to start off with the most important part of an OCBD, its distinguishing feature, I suppose, and it's the Oxford cotton. In the early 19th century, when Napoleon Bonaparte was waging war, Beethoven was crafting his 5th symphony, and Charles Darwin was, I suppose, starting to question his own reality, a Scottish mill, whose name has been lost to time, was experimenting with new ways to weave cotton. They created 4 new fabrics which were named after the most popular universities of the day, being Yale, Harvard, Cambridge, and Oxford. 3 of the weaves didn't actually end up being very popular, but Oxford cloth proved without doubt its versatility. What defines Oxford cloth is the style of its weave. Simply, it's a basket weave pattern where two heavy threads weave vertically over and under two finer threads that are horizontal. The pattern created is a distinctive checkerboard appearance that we call Oxford cloth. Today, the cloth is a very popular shirting fabric, particularly in more casual or sporty styles of dress shirt. The material is a little bit thicker than what you'd consider a very fine dress shirt fabric, and it has sort of a dense, hearty feel. It's, feels durable and, resistant to wrinkles. Though even when considering Oxford cloth, on the broader scale of things, there are both finer and thicker varieties. The cloth became widely used in the 1920s by polo players of the British Raj, which came to be known as India. It was used because it was both comfortable and breathable in what I can imagine was a very hot climate without modern air conditioning. It was at this time and by these polo players that the other hallmark of the OCBD, the BD, or rather the button down, became popular. Players used to sew buttons onto the end of their collar points to prevent collars from curling up during the matches, and I suppose smacking them in the face. Not really ideal. It was next popularized by the Americans, with well-dressed elites like President Kennedy wearing them in a formal setting. This quickly became popular amongst the East Coast Ivy League students, where it was used in a way to dress up a pair of shorts and loafers, though making the OCBD come across more casual. The way it was worn by these Ivy League students, what would eventually become known as Ivy League or prep style, was defined by a combining of comfort and heritage. Ivy League style is also defined by its apparent nonchalantness, the ability to combine more formal and more casual elements in a very unpretentious way. Well, with all that covered, let's talk about the cloth of this particular UNIQLO OCBD. There's not a lot I can say about where it's sourced, the fabric density or its structure, but what I can comment on is compare it to my other OCBDs. And in this case, the fabric is much less soft and is actually stiffer. I would think that due to the number of times it's been worn and the number of times it's been washed, it would actually be a lot softer than my other OCBDs, which are comparatively much newer, but it's not. Now, looking at the fabric closely, the weave is much closer than my other OCBDs as well, making it, I suppose, less breathable and giving it that rigidity that I feel, which is actually quite noticeable when you're wearing it. It's quite stiff. The actual threads used are also much less fine than the OCBDs, which is likely the cause of the stiffer feel to the fabric. Another impact is that it's actually not particularly resistant to wrinkles, getting them easier and lasting longer than my other OCBDs. I don't think the British Raj would have loved this particular OCBD, though saying all of that, for a first OCBD and for the price, it's a really good place to trial the style without a heavy investment. It's also a very durable garment and looks pretty much as good as new even today. The details of the shirt are pretty much what you'd expect from a classic OCBD, but in its simplest form. It has a button-down collar, it has a breast pocket, it has barrel-style cuffs and a placket, but it's missing some of those refinements that you see on other brands, like a nice collar roll or box pleats in the back, or even things like mother of pearl button. The one that probably matters most to me is actually the short collar. Now, I'm not sure why cheap shirt brands always do tiny collars. I suppose it must be hard to make a collar extend down cheaply and look half decent, but a small collar kind of misses the point of a collar. It never stands up properly under a sports coat, and it can't fit with a tie, so if you wanted to dress it up, it kind of just looks flat and lame. So I don't know. For me, the point of an OCBD is that it's useful in all cases. Whatever you need to do, it can do, from beach to boardroom. The box pleats are also a sadly missed feature, with it definitely being a bit tight across the back. But that's part of the slim fit element, I suppose, and as you can see, it's pretty closely cut around my arms and also my chest. It's definitely not a classic Ivy League cut style, so if that's what you're looking for, probably don't start here. But because of this, because of the slimness, it does look really nice when it's untucked. Box pleats would assist in some of the issues with the fit, but not all of them. Though, unless you're extremely swole, you'll probably be fine, just maybe go up a size. As for the buttons, this is just a durability and sustainability issue. I don't really want plastic buttons if I can avoid it, and mother of pearl buttons are just better in every single way. I thought I'd add a quick section on how I wear things, just to provide some suggestions for anyone who's curious about the style, which I definitely recommend everyone adopt. As I've said, OCBDs pair very easily in both casual and more formal settings. Say for example, a pair of denims with a brogue boot. Let's call this outfit a Thursday look, meaning you could work all day and then hit a pub after work and feel comfortable in both settings. You could do Monday through Wednesday look by swapping the denims for a pair of chinos and a Chelsea boot like that from R.M. Williams. For a Friday look, you could always swap to a pair of linens or something with pleats, but this is where you start to see issues with the fabric being more rigid and making it a bit of a challenge to tuck neatly. I suppose then you have the option to add a sports jacket, though as I mentioned earlier, the collar doesn't look perfect, but I mean, no one's gonna call you out or say anything about it. And you could finish the outfit with a pair of Oxfords. Finally, on the weekend, this is where this shirt, I believe, really stands out. It's very easy to layer over a t-shirt and a pair of shorts and a pair of loafers or sneakers. It's a great layer or option when you need a shirt that's casual and the day isn't too hot. Though the review may sound negative, that is not at all my impression of my UNIQLO OCBD. It's a fantastic garment for the price. It's absolutely unrivaled for what you get for your money. Combine that with Ivy League style, which I'm a fan of, and you have a winning combination. That's the pinnacle of comfortable and elegant and perfect for modern society. The society after suits. I definitely recommend, if you haven't tried the style before and you're curious, this is a great place to start. I look forward to hearing if you do that. Anyway, thanks very much for watching. Links are in the description as always, and I look forward to seeing you in the next one. Cheers.